Leonardo da Vinci once said that time waits just long enough for those who use it. So the question is, what are you doing with your time? We all have 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with your time? Are you building your dream? Or are you helping someone else build theirs? Are you putting in the work every single day, every single moment of now? Are you planning for your future? They say planning is bringing the future into the present so you can do something about it now. So the question is this: what are you doing with your time? Remember, the time is always now. And thank you for joining me for the Time Is Always Now podcast. This is a podcast that's dedicated to helping people get past their excuses, helping people say, I'm going to do something right now, not someday or one day, because we know those days don't exist. The only time we can change our lives is right now. So thank you for joining me for the podcast. My name is Terence Young. I am the host for the podcast. I go by TY. If you don't know who I am, I'm a mindset coach, a new thought transformational speaker, and I help people change their mindset, change their paradigm so they can change their lives right now. That's the most important thing. So thank you for joining me for the podcast. If you'd like to donate to the podcast, by all means you can do so. Just go to my website. It's terenceyoungnow.com, and you can donate there. And I say thank you in advance. It allows me to continue to do what I do on a regular basis, being able to share these messages of hope and inspiration and encouragement to everyone all over the world. I want everyone to be able to get these messages. So thank you for being with me and allowing me to continue to do what I do. So this week we've been talking about emotions and how we control our emotions all week. We've been talking about this in the Time Is Always Now Facebook group, which if you haven't joined the Time Is Always Now Facebook group, hop on over to Facebook and join us there. It's a group of like-minded people who all want to move forward and make changes in their lives for the better, reach their goals and exceed them. And they know that we cannot be waiting for the right time. So they're not waiting for the right time. They're doing something right now to change their lives for the better. And if that resonates with you, join us on the Time Is Always Now Facebook group. You're going to love it. You're going to be challenged, you're going to be pushed, and you're going to have a ton of fun as well, being able to congregate and conversate with like-minded people who know that the time is always now. So jump on over there. So for this week, every week we have a theme. This week it has been emotions and how we control our emotions. So I want to share with you some ideas on how we can control our emotions, because if we don't, they'll rule our lives. So it's so important that we control our emotions. So I'm going to share some things with you. I'm going to share 3 quotes with you and how we controlling our emotions can affect our lives. So the first one is this: train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. You must train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. So powerful, so powerful. And this is important because it's not just about being angry or mad or anything like that. People automatically go to that. But it doesn't have to be that. Your emotions could be something that's telling you to give up, right? It could be. I'm a runner, and I remember all the way back 2002, 2003, I ran a race right here in Tampa called the Bolt Run. And in this race, it was a 5-mile race. It was for the Tampa Bay Lightning, the hockey team. Raise money, whatever. 5 miles. But I remember I was in great shape. I was running pretty much a clip of a 7-minute mile for this 5-mile race. So I was in great shape. But I remember as I got closer to the end, about 3 or so, about a 5K mark, but I got 2 more miles to go, I started my emotions, my mindset, my thoughts were like, I could just slow down. But I didn't. And I happened to run into another guy. I think he ran up on me. So he was running a little bit faster than me. He ran up on me and we started stride for stride the last 2 miles all the way through. And we encouraged each other. But I remember my emotions saying, if I just slowed down to an 8-minute pace, I mean, not going to hurt anybody. Not winning any medals, not any cash on the line. But I did not let my emotions take over. I trained my mind to be stronger than my emotions. And so I kept going anyway. And I do that now when I'm training now. Even though right now I'm not running, I do that when I'm riding my bike or whatever. You have to train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. Your emotions will tell you to quit. But you can't quit. You can't give up. If it's something that you really believe in, you got to go for it. You can't let your emotions tell you, just give up on that. No. If it's something you believe in, then fight for it. That's okay. You can do that. Train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. It's so, so important. Now, let me be very clear about this. It doesn't mean that when you have lost, that you don't admit that you lost. You just admit that you lost, and then you learn from that loss and train your mind to be stronger next time. Let's be very clear on that, because I'm sure somebody's going to misconstrue this and go the wrong way. If you lose that race or whatever it is you're in, you lost. You congratulate the other people. You go back to the drawing board. You train your mind to be stronger so you can fight harder in the race the next time and make the adjustments that you need to do the next time. Just to be clear, make sure I'm clear. But train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. So powerful. The second thing is this. You'll become happy. I love this one. You'll become happy when you stop reacting and start controlling your emotions. When you stop reacting and start controlling your emotions. How many of us react to things all the time? And we feel like we have to react to things all the time. I've got, especially during this time, I've got so many people that are friends of mine on Facebook. Some I know personally, some are just Facebook friends, that we don't agree. Especially when it comes to some of the politics that are going on, and we're on different sides. However, just because we're on different sides does not mean that I have to react to everything they say. This is, if you don't get anything else from this podcast, know this. You don't have to react to everything you hear or see or whatever the case may be. Isn't that powerful? Isn't that powerful when you know that you can control and decide what you're going to react to? You'll be happy when you stop reacting and start controlling your emotions. When someone posts something you don't like, just say, okay, whatever, I don't like that. I don't have to type anything. I don't have to type a book in about why they're wrong. Nope. Someone says something you don't like. I don't agree with that, but okay, whatever. You'll be happy when you decide and stop reacting to everything that happens. I have tons of people on Facebook, friends of mine, that post things that are absolutely the opposite of what I agree with. But I let it go. You know why? Because I want my peace. I want my joy. I want my happiness. I don't have to react to everything I see, and neither do you. When we learn this, we become powerful. We become peaceful. We become joyful. We become happy. That's when you'll be happy. You're waiting to be happy? Do this. Decide to be happy and stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Then you'll be happy. Stop reacting to what everyone else is doing. Start focusing on what you're doing. How about that? That will bring happiness to your life. That's number 2. Number 3 is this. Never let your emotions overpower your intelligence. Ooh. Never let your emotions overpower your intelligence. I love this. I love this. I've seen, and you probably have as well. I love this. I've seen people in sports games and things like that. One of the guys will get upset. It'll be a hockey match or a football or a basketball game, and they'll get upset and they'll go punch something. And then they'll literally get hurt because they punched something and then can't go back in the game. I've seen this happen. That's letting your emotions overpower your intelligence. You're supposed to be in the game. I just saw, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I think it was a college football player who literally, he was running to score a touchdown. He was so excited, so emotional, he did a front flip into the end zone. Everybody was excited. Only problem was when he landed, he twisted his damn ankle. He had to miss the rest of the game. I think he missed a couple of games. Don't let your emotions overpower your intelligence. You got to think things through. You have to be able to take a spot and a stance and say, let me think first. How do you do this? You breathe before you act. You have to be able to do that. No matter what you do in your life, no matter what your occupation is, you've got to be able to breathe. Get into a meditative state before you act, before you open your mouth. Whatever the case may be, breathe. I teach meditation and I facilitate meditation all the time. If you take a spot, a space to breathe before you react, before you respond, before you say something or do something, that's controlling your emotions. If you concentrate on your breathing, it immediately calms you down. That's why meditation is so important. That's so powerful. Never let your emotions overpower your intelligence. All right. So think about these things as we're going through this, as we're going through this podcast, and as you go through just through life and through your day. I want you to think about it. Right. Train your mind. Train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. It's all about mindset. That's why I'm a mindset coach. Train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. You'll become happy when you stop reacting and you start controlling your emotions. That is so powerful. You want to be happy? Stop reacting to everything you see. Guess what? There's a whole bunch of people out here that don't agree with you and say things you don't like. Deal with it. Let it go. Control your emotions. You don't have to react to everything. So powerful. Number 3, never let your emotions overpower your intelligence. Don't do something stupid because you got too emotional. You have the power to control your emotions, and when you know that, it can change your life, and you will unequivocally be able to say, I own the now, and I am one. And that's a beautiful thing. Thank you for joining me for the podcast today. Hey, I want to remind you and everyone out there, I'm starting a new course. It's starting on Monday, March 8th. It's going to be 8 p.m. on Zoom, and the course is called Moving from Fear to Faith. 4 essential attributes that will enhance your life right now. If you are struggling with fear, which we all are at some point in our lives, we all are, especially during this pandemic, during this turmoil that we're going through in our country especially, and in the world, and you want to know how do you get out of a fear mindset and move to a faith mindset. This course is going to help you understand the process that you go through to move from fear to faith. And when you're in a faith mindset, then you know, hey, there's nothing to fear because I have the power of God within me. So I'm starting this new course. It's going to be on Zoom. It's going to be 5 weeks. 5 weeks, Monday night, starting on March 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each class will be about an hour and 15 minutes long. So I'm excited about offering it, and I want you to be able to join us as well. So if you want to know more about the course, jump onto my website, terenceyoungnow.com. Look under the More tab. You'll see the course information there, and you can sign up right there. I'm looking forward to seeing you with us on March 8th. By the way, the space is limited, so jump in now. Only about 10 to 12 people I want in the course, so I can make sure we get the most out of it. If there's too many people, I don't think we can get the most out of the content that I'm going to be offering. So I'm excited about offering it. I hope you join us there. I'm looking forward to it. Moving from fear to faith. This is TY. I am signing off. Remember, the time is always now.